We've jumped from capital to capital, Dhaka to Delhi. I'm coming here after 17 years and Jaideep has prepared me to face the Delhi aggression.
And what a difference from our Dhaka hotel. This one is the real thing.
Clark's Inn.
Clark's Inn. Look at the name.
My first day in Delhi was very different from what I was led to believe. People were nice and very helpful.
The calm before the storm, my boy.
I have a feeling there's something about the metro that probably calms the Delhi people down.
We took the metro to go and meet some interesting people.
Delhi has always been a squalid and corrupt cricketing culture with a dreadful stadium in Firozshah Kotla and even more dreadful people running it. Delhi cricket is plagued by stories of violence and nepotism and partisanship of one kind or another. But it has yet, partly because it's the capital of this country, has attracted talent and produced Sehwag.
If you have to identify Delhi cricket with anything, it has to be street smart. People who know what they're doing, always thinking on their feet, quick to pounce on an opportunity if it is available, because you don't get many opportunities in life. That's what living in Delhi is all about.
And it is aggressive, but it's not really a nastiness, you know. It's like this really silly aggression. It's machismo at one level, and people are always trying to establish their levels with each other, you know. I'll take this guy on, let's see what he does. If he takes me on, it's good. Then we've sort of established that he's also a competitor and he's like up for the challenge, and now we can agree to be friends.
Delhi is a very aggressive city.
In comparison to say Bombay or Chennai or Calcutta. In what way? People are aggressive?
People are aggressive, यार. सड़क पे चलते हुए थोड़ा लग सकती है.
गाली वाली देना आम है.
आम है.
Bombay में nobody abuses really. You know, and Calcutta also there's not much of abuse.
I was hell-bent upon meeting Indian Ocean, a band based in Delhi, my favorite Indian band. I was glad to find them to be as delightful as rumored. Rahul Raham constantly playing with his dogs, and one of whom is named Doso or 200 after Sachin Tendulkar's ODI double 100, and Amit Kalam, who regaled us with his Kashmiri.
Suresh Raina is a Kashmiri boy. मगर खेलता है यूपी के लिए, त्रट पड़ गया कि वैली को. अगर तो वहाँ सिस्टम होता और अगर बम नहीं फट रहे होते तो खेलता उधर से.
I asked them how important cricket was to them.
बताओ ये कैसा सवाल है?
Bad question. Important, quite important, very important. Actually, it's the only game I watch. To tell you the truth, it's the only game I watch.
Then I asked them why they prefer to go to the stadium to watch a cricket match than watch it from the living room.
When the ball connects with the bat, that sound TV doesn't get. That timbre of sound is just too beautiful.
I mean, come on, being there, being part of it, feeling the whole thing.
Then we asked them why the World Cup buzz was missing in Delhi.
No, there is serious buzz, yeah. I mean, the day of the match, the first India-Bangladesh match, I was driving back. I actually forgot that I was supposed to come back. I was having lunch with somebody and I came back. There was very little traffic for a weekday. You open the newspapers, it's full of World Cup stuff. You open the magazines, it's full of World Cup. Everybody's doing their own World Cup thing. And they've decided that hoardings are not a great way of getting eyeballs because everybody's watching TV anyway.
Probably.
And then we hung out with our new World Cup friends, Andy Zaltzman, Wright Thompson, and Rahul Bhattacharya.
Great. It's great. Have you had it?
I've had brain.
You don't like brain?
No, the only time I've ever gotten sick on the road anywhere was brain tacos in Mexico.
Mexico.
Let me live my own life.
Then came the day of the match, South Africa versus West Indies. We went to the ground, but we couldn't see the match.
We were asked to come back in the evening.
For the press conference.
And we did.
And once again we were prevented from going in, and this time Jaideep had just had enough.
So this card looks like it's worth nothing because twice we were not able to get in. The second time not even for, for the press conference, which we are supposed to with just this, because the bloody thing was not showing up on their, it was not, registering on their machines. So I don't see the point of any of this really. I mean, you go through half a meter of rudeness where these buffoons who are sitting there in Delhi police uniforms are basically just randomly, giving you a list of things you cannot take, which is completely bizarre. Because, like this pen that they said I cannot take in. Then somebody who looked like his hand was on his crotch scratching it said that, it's not.
Here we are languishing outside the ground, and even though we tell them we are the media people, and we have come here now just half an hour before the end of the match, supposed to be a press conference, and yet we are so pretty much that's what we've been getting, and we are wondering what is the point of this, because if this is for a South Africa West Indies match in Delhi, where, by the way, you must have seen there were no crowds in the ground, alright, no one gave a damn about this match, and we are told that there's not even space for one person in the media overflow area. So anyway, this whole thing is just crazy, and so I guess it says a lot about Delhi also, that this is happening here.
So Gokul finally had a taste of the real Delhi.
Well, I still think this was institutional Delhi that we saw. I still feel the people are nice.
Yeah, right, and which you have figured out in 2 days, of course.
In any case, I think we both can agree Delhi shouldn't be getting any more matches.
No, what a waste of time it is. And when the sport is endangered, you've got this nonsense going on. It's a complete waste of time for everybody.
Yeah, and you're not alone in feeling this.